Hey, Adam, obviously played the previous 3 seasons in New Orleans and those first 2 seasons with Sean Payton. So I was wondering, in terms of the belief in in being able to succeed when there's adversity, that's something a lot of guys have talked about. How similar is that in this locker room with this team to what you experienced in your time with the Saints?
I think in New Orleans more so just because the culture obviously had been established, the program had been what it was for 15 years and obviously been super successful. Like it was either like you were just showing up and it was like this is the expectation, like you fall in line or you're not going to be here type of thing. And here it was something obviously that had to be um it had to be like instilled in the culture, in the players, and um obviously it took a little time at the beginning of the season, but I think guys are watching it unfold like in front of their eyes of how everything's working out exactly how it should. And now the buy-in's like incredible. Everyone's, it just it feels good to win. So, and that's what this culture is built upon.
Go ahead, Arnie.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you, as a collectively as a team, um, do you have like no problem staying grounded when you watch the film and you notice that there's a whole lot of things that, offensively or otherwise, you guys could have done better and need to improve on to kind of keep this train rolling?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of things you have to improve upon, and obviously in this league, it's all about winning, and that can kind of get masked sometimes in the wrong culture. That can get masked by winning. But even though you win, there's a lot of stuff that needs to get cleaned up, a lot on offense. Because you can't just rely on we've relied on the defense, and they're playing. They look like the best defense in the league right now, and so yeah, we need to flip the script fast on offense and just be able to move the ball better, be more consistent, be better in third down, be better in red zone. So collectively as a unit, we just need to progress.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. Hey, Adam. I think every time you turn on one of these NFL highlight shows over the last few weeks, they pulled up tape of Quinn Miners just ragdolling somebody, throwing him around, but just burying people. What has been your impression as somebody who lines up a couple guys away from him on that line of scrimmage with the way that he's playing right now?
Yeah, I mean, that dude is incredibly talented, incredibly strong, incredibly smart, and obviously he's playing incredible. And honestly, obviously certain people they only see the clips of him just absolutely mauling people, but they don't see all the other stuff. Like maybe it's not the clips where he's mauling people and he's locking people down in pass protection or whatever the case is. So he's super impressive. He plays with a certain mindset, and it's super contagious to this team. And he's one of the reasons why, especially the last few weeks, we've been able to run the ball so well. And he's playing unbelievable. And I love being a part of the line, and he's been great.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Hey, Adam, I was curious, can you get the sense as players, because a lot of guys talk in the locker room about just the confidence in Russ in late game situations, that 2-minute situation. We've seen it obviously from a distance, but can you feel it when you're in the huddle or in the locker room with him?
Yeah, I actually just said this to a couple guys, but so we're down going into that last drive. What was it? Down by 5, and it's like, all right, we got to get in the end zone. And it was nobody flinched, and it was a confidence thing. Like, shoot, we got down to, I think got to 4th down right away, and it didn't matter. We were confident, and that's what he's instilled in us, and we feel super confident with him leading us on those 2-minute drives. And it's not just me saying that because it's proven, especially the last 2 weeks.
Go ahead, Parker.
Hey, Adam, obviously sort of a really unique defensive front from Minnesota,
Mm-hmm.
Good front last week with Buffalo, but a really good defense coming up with Cleveland. What will be the key to running the ball, more consistently, especially on early downs than you guys have the past couple weeks?
I mean, I think Well, Minnesota came out in a little different front than we were expecting. Clearly, that's what they were trying to do. They're trying to stop the run, and get us out of our combination blocks and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, our coach is always going to come up with a good plan, and we trust in that, and it showed. Like we were before this game, I think we were 6th in yards per carry in the entire league, and 2 weeks before that, we were like 3rd or 2nd. So we've been able to run the ball. And I think that's the least of our concerns right now in offense. Like we know we'll really get back to that. But yeah, I mean, maybe spend a little extra time in the film room, maybe tend to see them a little more, see how they, react to certain blocks and certain schemes that we're putting into the game plan. So I think it's just a time on task thing for guys, just so we're not mis-IDing things, maybe at O-line, at tight end, at receiver, at fullback, whatever the case may be. But that's not something we see, obviously, we don't see that hindering our offense consistently, obviously, like it did last night.
Go ahead, Troy.
Adam, what are you seeing from Russell Wilson? He's obviously shown some trust in you, had a couple of big catches that led to points, but what are you seeing from Russell, and what is he like in those big moments? What is he like in the huddle on the field?
Roddy! So, he's confident. And when you win all these close games, like you're trying to find what is it? Why are we coming out? Like, I haven't been here, but from what I've heard and what people tell me is usually these games are going the other way to the other team, and now they're not, right? And it's truly a belief thing. And Russ obviously instills that in us, and he always believes. He's obviously very optimistic in every situation, no matter what it is. But no, he's instilled a belief in us, and his coaching staff has as well from top down. And we're confident. Every time we walk out there, we feel like we think, even though we've been struggling, we really do feel like we can score. Every time we have the talent, we have the scheme. So we just need to put it together, but Russ has instilled great confidence in us.
We got time for 2 more, Chris, then Zach. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. Hey, Adam, I wonder if you could take us through your 2 key catches there in the first half, and then also provide an update on, with Greg out, how all the tight ends have been chipping in to contribute in recent weeks.
Yeah. So in regard to the catches, the first one was just straight cover 2, and they turned to their middle linebackers just turned the other way to the pass view strength, and then I just kind of ran. I was wide open. Russ put a great throw on me, and then the second one they just kind of dropped out and they brought pressure and just sitting there wide open. So Russ was able to get that out because he got pressured. So it was a great climb and throw by him. But yeah, for the tight end room in this offense, historically, it's been like kind of roles. Like you have your straight pass catcher, you have your straight blocker, and then you have your middle guy that can kind of get into both of those areas. And obviously how it was made at the beginning of the year is Greg's your pass catcher, Chris is your run blocker, and then I'm kind of the middleman. So obviously that's changed with Greg out. But no, the coaches have done a great job adapting to not having him, obviously available, which is unfortunate because he's a terrific player. But yeah, we've just been able to spread the snaps out, and I think it's worked out well.
Finish this off, Zach.
Hey, Adam, you talk about how much the offense can still improve, and I wanted to ask specifically about red zone. How can you what needs to improve in order to convert in the red zone and get those touchdowns instead of field goals?
Well, I think a huge part of it is you got to be ahead of the sticks in the red zone, and you got to get that once you cross the 20, say we get down to the 18, 17-yard line, you have to get that first down. We kind of refer to it as like a 4-point play, as that third down in the red zone, because usually statistically or analytically, if you get that first down in the red zone, you're going to score a touchdown. And then if you don't, obviously you're kicking a field goal. But we also got to stay in front. We got to stay in front of the sticks. Like we can't get penalties down there that are putting us back. We had the 3rd and 1, and then now it's 3rd and 6. I think it was like the illegal procedure penalty. And then obviously we have the personal foul down there as well. So just staying in front of the sticks, because once you get behind the red zone, like it's tough. They're just blanketing the end zone. So just stay in front of the sticks.
Adam, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.